Yo, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys all of my updated Fortnite settings. So if you guys enjoy the video, make sure to smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment your favorite part of the video. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so now I'm going to go into the settings. So these are my graphics settings, window mode, windowed full screen, because I switch between stretch res and native. I'm just using native right now. Normally I use native, but I use stretch res occasionally. VSync off, frame rate limit 240, rendering mode, make sure this is on performance mode. Brightness 150, colorblind mode off. Normally I switch between off and Triton up 10. And I also switch between 150 and 100 depending on what I'm feeling like. Everything on low, except sometimes I switch between high and low meshes. So if it's on low meshes, I have it like this, but if I'm on high meshes, then I have it like this. Show FPS on and report performance stats off. Turn this off because it gives you a lot more FPS, and when you have it on, it's constantly sending information about your gameplay to Epic Games, which makes you lag a ton. So have this turned off. These are my sound settings. Sound quality low just because it gives you more FPS. Language and region. I have edit on release on just because like confirming edits for me is really weird. And I also I'll show you guys my edit bind in a minute. So that's another reason why I use it. This is game UI. I switch these a lot, so like sometimes I use list and then sometimes I use hidden icons. It really just depends. HUD scale 75, damage number scale 100. I switch this between 75 and 70, so I'm just using 75 right now. And then here's my other stuff. Now, mouse sensitivity. I have it on 1.8 on both, and my mouse is on 3200 DPI. A lot of people say this is really weird, but I've been using 3200 DPI for 2 years, even since I was playing Minecraft. So my double movement, I didn't use it for a while, but I just started using it, and these are my settings. And then here's my keybinds. So first, some of my keybinds are pretty weird. For sprint, I have caps. Crouch is shift. Reload is H. And then use is either, normally use scroll wheel pickup and then C for like opening stuff. Pickaxe is middle mouse button. And then here's where my binds get really weird. So wall Q, floor R, stairs E, roof F, trap is G. Place building is normally my left mouse button, but sometimes I put my controller on my keyboard and put it on 9 just for it to like automatically place the builds and help me edit faster. Rotate building T, change building material, right mouse button. Now, this is what everybody says I'm super weird for. My build edit is my front mouse button, and I started with this when I started playing Fortnite, and I got so good at it that I just never switched it. So that's just what I use. And then select building edit, left mouse button. And then I have also building edit set to L and select building edit set to K. So basically, if I'm like, say I'm on a cone or something and I want to just spam edit, I can basically just click L and K and just like keep editing. So it would just be like this. Alright, so if you go to your desktop here, there's a little arrow down here in the corner, and you click that, and then it'll show a crosshair X icon, so you double click on that. And so when you open crosshair X, this is what it normally look like. I just use the Kanata crosshair as my normal crosshair, and then I use the Mr. Savage Pump crosshair, except like blue, like the outline color of this, as the color of it. And some people ask how like I change crosshairs depending on like if I'm holding a shotgun or like any other weapon. So basically what I do is you go to keybinds and you make all these keybinds, right? And so you have it set to change to your shotgun crosshair if you click your shotgun button, but then have it set to change back to any other thing if you click your other buttons. Now, these are all of my OBS settings. So to start off, my desktop audio I have turned down just a little bit because I like my microphone being a bit louder than my in-game audio. And so if you go down here and click settings and you go to output, make sure your output mode's on advanced. And these are my recording settings. So for recording format, I do MP4, video encoder, NVIDIA H.264. down here, encoder settings, rate control, CQP, CQ level 15. The lower the number for CQP, the higher the quality. So I recommend like starting at around like 18 and then like going from there to see if you like it or not. Keyframe interview, 0 seconds. Preset fastest, lowest quality, because this will pretty much cover like the quality. Tuning, high quality. Multi-pass mode, single pass. Profile, baseline. Look ahead, unchecked. Psycho-visual tuning, checked. GPU, 0. Max keyframe, 0. None of this really matters too much. This is just what I use. And then for video, you want to make sure that this is both of these are your monitor resolution. And then for FPS, you want to have this set on fractional FPS value, and then put the numerator on however much FPS you want to record in, and then put the denominator on 1. So for example, I record in 180 FPS, so I have this on 180. And then for replay buffer, this is just what I use for clipping. Maximum replay time 32 seconds and maximum memory 2000 megabytes. It doesn't really matter, like this doesn't really matter too much. Don't really have to mess with this because there's not going to be a recording that goes over 2 gigabytes. And so this is like what I use for like clipping the last 30 seconds. So basically whenever I am like playing, I do start replay buffer, and say I hit like a cool clip or a snipe, then I can just click a button and it'll just record the last 30 seconds. And my button for saving replays is just \.